pivot back to the northwest, potentially heading toward the eastern tip of Nova Scotia. It's very likely that the difluence aloft ahead of this negatively tilted trough is going to further deepen the cyclone on approach to Nova Scotia as well. There's warm seclusion
here
process.
we are here.
But look at all these clouds, northwest to southeast oriented clouds. That is as relatively cold air is passing over.
My little rays of sunshine, how are you all doing out there today? I'm Michelle the Introvert, and today, as you can see, I'm in my kitchen once again, and I have my bread machine on the go. I am actually going to be making some homemade pizza, two homemade pizzas, because there is a chance that our power may go out here in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Hurricane Fiona is supposed to arrive here in Nova Scotia tonight, and according to the weather reports, in this area where I live, we're just supposed to get maybe like tropical rain and tropical wind. And near Halifax and Cape Breton, which is on the other end of the province from where I live, Halifax is a 4-hour drive from Yarmouth, and Cape Breton is about 6 to 7 hour drive here from Yarmouth. So that is actually where that's where the hurricane's supposed to really hit. It's going to be tough for those living in Halifax and in the Cape Breton area. But here in Yarmouth, we're probably going to get strong winds and some rain. Hopefully the power won't go out, but I'm keeping an eye on things. But to be on the safe side, since all of Yarmouth and all of Nova Scotia basically is on standby, everybody's prepared. I'm making some pizza. You can eat pizza cold if the power goes out, so I'm going to make 2 pizzas, one for tonight and one for tomorrow. And if the power is still on by tomorrow, 2 thumbs up to that, but it's good to be on the safe side. And last night I made a whole bunch of peanut butter cookies that we can nibble on. I have another package here. And this morning, it wasn't rainy this morning, so that's good. I took advantage of that. And I went out to the garden and picked the last of the beans. I wanted to make sure that I brought in the beans that I want to use for seeds for next spring. I didn't want the wind to blow all my beans everywhere, so I brought everything in. This is the last of my beans, and I have a few tomatoes in there as well. So we're just thinking ahead just to be on the safe side, and you're all welcome to join us in the next couple of days just to see how things go. Be great to have your company, and it's definitely going to be an adventure. So I have pizza number 1 done. It's ready to go into the oven for our supper tonight. And you can probably hear in the background, I've got my bread machine going. It's making the pizza crust for pizza number 2. So I'm going to put this in the oven, my friends, and I'll be right back and we can have a little chit chat. The pizza is in the oven and it's only going to take about 20 or 25 minutes before it's ready. And I'll be glad when that is done, and that way it'll be taken care of for tomorrow. I was talking to my dad and my stepmother, and they're doing really well where they live. They don't live too far from me, but where they live, they have a wood stove, so if the power goes out, they still have heat, and they can also heat things up on the wood stove if they need to, like if they want to make a coffee or tea. They have a kettle that they can put right on the wood stove and warm up some water, or they can warm up some soup or anything like that. Plus they have their barbecue just outside the back door. So Dad and my stepmother are doing fine. Stacy's doing fine. She's all set as far as meals. If the power goes out, she's all set. She's got lots of water and juice and different things like that. Different things that she will use if the power goes out. And we're all set here as well. So
in terms of the storm size, it's certainly bigger than Juan was when Juan made landfall in 2003. In terms of Dorian, it's comparable in terms of its size, but it is it's stronger than Dorian was back in 2019. So where it fits in the history books, we'll have to make that determination after the fact, but it is going to be certainly a historic extreme event for Eastern Canada.
The lower Côte Nord, we're expecting, 50 milliliters of rain in some places.
So I'm gonna probably talk to you guys in the morning. Everything seems rather calm. I'm looking out the windows here. Everything seems rather calm. The trees are moving a little tiny bit, and the clouds are definitely getting a lot grayer. But for the time being, we still have power. I got both pizzas cooked, so very productive night, very productive day, and I'm gonna see you guys in the morning. Have your coffees and teas ready so we can have our morning coffees together. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, my friends. I'm here and the power is still on. I have my coffee and Stacy also has power. But actually, to let you know how Nova Scotia is doing, the Nova Scotia Power has 525,000 customers, and actually 490,000 have no power. 95% of Nova Scotia has no power. So we are actually one of the lucky few that still has power. So it's been quite quite a night apparently. Halifax was hit really hard. Cape Breton, the winds are still up to 100 kilometers an hour. So they're hoping that that dies down soon. Prince Edward Island was hit hard, and I'm pretty sure Newfoundland was hit hard as well. But here we are in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, and just a few of us still have power. And Stacy has power. We have power, so we're just one of really the fortunate, lucky few. And that's my update, my friends. It's kind of nice to still have power. I feel bad for those who don't have power. And one thing, I was listening to the news yesterday, and that is PEI, the Red Cross and PEI had set up something for the homeless people in a building. It was like a soup kitchen, and they had cots all set up for a lot of homeless people. And on every cot there were blankets, and they actually had a really nice care package on each and every cot for the homeless. So it does my heart good to hear that, because I always have a concern and a heart for the homeless people. Oh, I'm always worrying about the homeless people. So when I heard that the Red Cross had some things lined up and set up for them, thank you, Red Cross. You guys always come through. So my friends, I'm going to finish off my hot coffee. Hopefully the power stays on. It's still a little bit windy outside, but not too bad. Some pigeons were gathering underneath my tree. I saw cats wandering up and down the road, so they can't be feeling too nervous if they're doing that. So far so good, my friends. But if you want to join me in the rest of the day, that would be great, because it's still going to be an interesting time. It is about 12:30 now, and it's just after lunchtime. Everyone's had their lunches, and all is well. I gave my dad a call, and he and my stepmother actually lost their power. It went out somewhere in the middle of the night, but at 8:30 this morning it came back on, so that's good to know. I just had to check on them just to make sure all was well. So I'm seeing cars going up and down the roads, and the wind isn't very bad at all outside. So I actually have an idea, and that is I might head down to Canadian Tire. Back at home, and I have my coffee, and voila, we picked up a wonderful propane stove, and I'm about to show you what it looks like. It's very, very exciting. Here's the box. It's a double burner propane stove, and if you look at the picture here, there's a cast iron frying pan, and in the picture of the cast iron frying pan, they've got some eggs and sausages and looks like fried potatoes in there that they're cooking. So that's great. That gives me good ideas. And right here is our brand new propane stove. These here are very basic, very adjustable to get the propane stove working. And this part here is what hooks up to the propane, obviously. It just goes down under there, and there's our cute little handy dandy propane tank right there. Yes, this is very, very exciting. Quite exciting. And it'll definitely come in handy, that's for sure, when the power goes out this year, and I'm sure the power will go out again this year. It didn't cost us very much money, and I'm actually kind of excited to try this out. I won't need to try it out today, obviously, because we have the power on. But definitely, it's good to know that this is here for when the power does go out. Yes. Yes, this time here with the hurricane and with 95% of Nova Scotians being out of power, it definitely got me thinking about getting something like this. Now, according to the box, it says outdoor use only. That's fine. If I can't use it inside, I'll just take it out the back door and use it outside on a day when the power's out. That's fine. I don't mind using it outside. I can just cook up some tea or make some tea, make some coffee, make some soup. I can fry some eggs on this. So I'm really happy to have this. It definitely comes in handy, I think, especially in this type of weather. And I don't know how long Nova Scotians are going to have to wait to get the power back on, but it just got me thinking. It got me thinking, and it's very handy and practical to have something like this, especially where I live. So I'm happy, my friends. Cheers to you all. It's a good day, but my thoughts are still with those who are pulling trees off of their houses, and houses that have been destroyed, telephone poles that have been knocked over, those who are out of power. My thoughts are with all of them as well, and my prayers too. Well, my friends, I'm going to put this away. And I think I'm going to settle in, drink my coffee, and maybe have a little snack. So I'll catch you guys in a few minutes, okay? I've got Gerald's jacket on right now. I'm just going to take a closer look at my garden. I'm just going to close this back door here. The wind from Fiona has definitely ripped apart the netting on my garden. So there's not much of a fence there anymore. But I got the netting from Dollarama, so it wasn't like it cost me a lot of money. Hi, Cappy. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Did you just come out of the house? Out of your house? Did you just come out of your house? Yeah, you're a good boy. Cappy's funny. When he sees me outside, he usually comes running and he'll meow and meow and meow just because he wants my attention. He's a funny cat. Okay, so take a look, my friends. Ta-da! That used to be netting right there, but now it's just a big old hole. The netting ripped apart. And anyway, that's all right. My tomato plants, they're in rough shape. I might have to bring in all of my green tomatoes off of the plants. Oh, welly. So yeah, look at the netting is all pulled apart on my garden. I'm glad that I brought in most of the vegetables and stuff a couple days ago. Look at this. Look at this. It's all ripped and open. Yeah, it's in rough shape. Yeah. But like I said, I'm not too disappointed because it was just netting from Dollarama. It wasn't like really expensive netting. Yes, this definitely didn't look like that a couple days ago. Hurricane Fiona did a number, and there's a big branch from that tree right there. The fencing is all kaput, obviously. Lots of branches all over the place. So I'm definitely gonna have to do a cleanup job. A major cleanup job tomorrow. I don't think I'll tackle this today. It's late in the afternoon and I'm feeling a little tired, so I think tomorrow will be the day I tackle this project. Look at this side. Yep. My netting is officially kaput. But the chicken wire did well. This is fine. This is intact. All is well with that. Yep. And that's good to know. Anyhow, I'll get this cleanup done. Probably tomorrow I'll start the major cleanup on this. But I thought you guys would like to have a close look at what Hurricane Fiona did to my garden. Oh my, what a time it's been. But it's great to have your company. Oh, and the shed. My shed is in beautiful shape. The wind did not tip my shed over, so that's good news. Because for those of you who don't know, during the winter we got a lot of big gusts of wind, and the wind gust completely knocked over the shed. It completely toppled it over. But thankfully, all is well here. All is well with that shed. Wonderful, wonderful. At least that's a positive. Cappy keeps meowing. He wants my attention. Yes, I know you want attention. I knows that. So I'm going to head back in, my friends. Probably have some pizza for my supper tonight. And all is well with Stacy and Joshua and Gerald. And I will probably see you tomorrow morning. How does that sound? And I'll have my coffee so we can start the morning together. I'm back, my friends, and I'm not here with a coffee. Instead, I have Neocitrin. I have a very bad cold and a very sore throat, so I've been drinking a lot of this, a lot of Neocitrin. It's actually the Neocitrin that says on it cold and sore throat. And I have a couple of boxes of this. Definitely comes in handy for sure. I've also been taking some of this Halls for my throat just to take the edge off the soreness. And when I swallow, it hurts. And here's my Advil cold and sinus, so I've been taking this as well, just to take the edge off as well. So it's handy having all of these things just to help me get through the day. So yes, my friends, I have my Neocitrin instead of my coffee. And you can probably hear it in my voice. my voice. Yes, it's been a few days. I've been just taking it easy, eating a lot of soup, having a lot of soup for meals, and just kind of doing as much housework as I can in between rests because I feel tired as well. I've been continually watching the news just to see how Cape Breton is doing, how Newfoundland is doing, Nova Scotia, PEI, Quebec I heard was hit as well, New Brunswick. And I just continue to ask for everyone to pray for all of these provinces, the Maritimes, because there's still a lot of people out of power. It's surprising, but there's still a lot of people out of power. Newfoundland was really hit. Boy, oh boy, I feel really bad for them because a lot of their houses were destroyed, literally destroyed. And Cape Breton, Halifax, Prince Edward Island was hit as well. There's still a lot of people in PEI that don't have power. And but a lot of people have been pitching in to help, I will say, just to help out when it comes to moving trees out of the way or just to get the power hooked up. A lot of people have been pitching in to help. So thank you to all the volunteers. And there was even trucks that came down from the States to help put the power back on. In Ontario, some people came up from Ontario as well just to help out put the power back on. So thank you. And if I've forgotten anybody, any businesses out there who have been helping the Maritimes and the province of Quebec, I just want to thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. And everybody just continue to please keep the Maritimes in your prayers. That would be great. Well, my friends, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna try to finish this Neocitrin before it gets cold. And I think I'm gonna relax a little bit. Thank you for joining me during this time. And I will catch you all soon. If you like this vlog, please give me the YouTube thumbs up. Press the subscribe button, and I will talk to you all soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.